Okay, so okay, you got Sweet Luke, my man. Jay, you need to meet this guy. Come here for a second. Colonel Sweet Luke. Colonel.
What's going on, brother?
Top notch jazz artist. Sweet Lou, I know you that you're there, but I don't see you.
Oh, let me fix that, brother. Give me 1 minute. How does this thing need to go here? Guess I ain't been on in a while. Start.
Hey, Sweet Lou.
Yes, brother. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
What's going on?
What's up, boy?
Hey, man, how are you?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
That's probably me. Hold on. That's probably me.
I don't know.
That is me.
Okay, all right.
What's up, boy?
Not much, man. How you been?
Man, I'm great. Fresh back from Africa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And glad to be back too.
Man, in your studio.
Yeah. Try to get a little work done, you know.
Hey, man, I'm trying to do two things at once. I'm hoping that this is going to work. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second.
All right. Do your thing.
All right. No, I was gonna do that spill. Tell you, I just do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Because the volume from here is not going to come to there. And I don't have time to reset it. So you can mess me up. Clayton mentioned him singing and with his ideas, which are great. Hey, Clayton, come here for a second. This is what you were talking about. The split. Now, if this works, I'll plug this in here, and then I'll plug that in the Zoom.
This is the 3-prong.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's going to work because it's not a 3-prong. This is 3-prong right here. Sweet Lou. Okay, I can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, brother.
Okay, so what I was trying to do was a couple of things. I was trying to lock in to Zoom and Facebook Live, which I can do.
Mm-hmm.
But then last show had a little static. But I don't want to be no static in this. So I got what we call this 2-prong where I can lock into Facebook, lock into Zoom, everything will be great, supposedly, but it doesn't work that way because I ain't tested it.
Okay, I got you.
9 minutes. So you're gonna be on the show many more times, Colonel.
Oh, yeah, no issue.
So we just without being tested, I'm afraid that I might.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that too. Yeah, you want to feel confident in your situation.
Oh yeah, and let me see, Michelle haven't checked in yet. That's unusual. She normally cussing me out.
Not now, huh?
Oh, I don't. There's only 2 participants. Tell you what, on Facebook Live is only gonna be me, but they gonna hear it. everything that you say. And guess what? We got Noah got you queued up, dude. Even though the show ain't about all your music, it's about you and everything that you do.
Okay, cool.
And
That's right on.
And you do it big or you don't do it at all.
Well, you know how God made us.
Hey, I know how it is, Colonel. Colonel, yeah. I know how that is. So let me get Michelle on the line.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna go this way tonight.
That's cool.
And tomorrow I'm gonna check it out, but we're gonna have many, many more times. You ain't going nowhere, sir.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Okay. This is what we gotta do. When we get ready, okay. When we get ready to go live, you hit live. Like adjustment, maybe that is right. You hit live, and then you push this in. Once you see the live sign, you push this in. Joshua. Oh yeah. Come on, but doesn't have things. Yes. Okay, so yeah. You got to put it on now. For sure. It's not locked. How come you're not on Zoom? I'm going on now. You late? Sorry. Okay, so we're not doing a Zoom Facebook Live tonight. Oh, why? Because I got another thing. Okay, so.
Okay, I'm coming on.
Okay, you're already there. Let me turn you down. Are you there?
Hi.
Okay.
Hey, Michelle. How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Okay. I am so afraid to even try.
Hold on.
I want to try it back.
What's that?
To put this two chrome in here and run one to here as well.
What?
His suggestion, and
that's the wrong adapter.
No. It's the right adapter for this. But
What are you trying to do?
okay, so we get Facebook Live here. We're going out to the world. And then the feed would also go to the Zoom Live. But since I haven't checked it out, I haven't tested this. Tomorrow we'll test it. If that worked, we have no problem.
I still suggest go ahead and do it.
No. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change anything. So, hey Noah, I know you're there, man. How you doing, Noah? I know you can hear me. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna do Facebook Live, and we got Zoom still gonna be going on, but the only thing you're not gonna get a feedback from the studio on Zoom, but everything will still be right. From here on out, we're gonna get this right. And Sweet Lou, thank you so much.
No problem, man. No problem.
Okay, so Sweet Lou. Oh, I gotta go upstairs. Michelle, handle this. I haven't printed out my stuff. Let me go upstairs.
Okay.
You like that?
So Michelle, how have you been?
I'm doing good. How have you been?
Good. No complaints.
I just realized I forgot to put a title on the program agenda for the show. Now, I know you're going to be talking about leadership and transition. What's the word? Next chapters in transition planning.
Mhm.
If you were presenting this, what would be the title? What would you want to be the title of your show tonight?
I just say preparation for next steps.
Oh, I
You know, 'cause
like that.
there's always something. There's always a next step. It's not
I
over
like
till it's
that.
over.
I like that. I'm gonna text that to everyone. Prep, show title. Let me put my glasses on.
Yeah, I gotta wear mine all the time now. Trips me out.
Oh, really? Even for driving?
Yeah, all the time. It's weird getting used to that.
Yeah. But I had that LASIK surgery a couple of
Oh,
years
really?
ago. Yeah, because I used to wear my glasses all the time.
Mhm.
So they gave me a choice. Did I want to basically correct me not seeing far? So I chose that. So I wear the glasses for reading in the computer, but for driving and distance and watching TV, going to movies, I don't need them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I've asked a couple of times if I was a candidate, and they say no each time. So I guess I don't know.
Oh, I'm surprised
Yeah.
I was a candidate, honestly. So my vision was so bad.
Mm.
Yeah. But so that's your office at home, huh?
Yeah, my studio, that's where I get a lot of the work done,
Looks
writing and
nice.
whatnot.
Yeah. So how you been? How's Kathy and your dog?
Oh, good. Yeah, Mingus he was just in here a little while ago. Oh, well, Kathy's really getting geared up. She's gonna be pretty busy next year. With
Just business and stuff and whatever.
well, yeah, that, and then there's a book deal that has been, she hadn't been able to say anything about it. And
Okay.
I think they're finally ready to release some of the information and start publicizing it. But
Good.
yeah, good. I think she'll probably be pretty busy.
That's
about the
cool.
first half of the year, yeah, with that.
Have you ever thought of writing a book?
Yeah, I've thought of it. I don't know if I can just sit down that long,
Well, that's why you get someone to do the work for you.
Right,
Sit
yeah. Now
down and,
I can do it that way,
tell a
probably
story.
really easy.
That's what James did, and I think
Oh,
that's
yeah?
what a lot of people did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just tell them the story and not
Yeah, you're telling the story. I mean, it's his story. He wrote, it's his
Right.
book. But
taking the time to actually sit down and do it,
Yeah,
for me,
that
it
was
probably
lengthy.
would never happen.
Yeah, that was lengthy, man.
Yeah.
That was
And
lengthy
look,
for him.
it was lengthy with him just narrating, telling the story, right?
Yeah, it really was. But that's something he's always wanted to do for like a long time. And
Mhm.
it has to be the right time too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do. I want to learn how to swim.
You don't know how to swim? Oh,
No, I'm
my
gonna take,
goodness.
that's one of the things on my bucket list. I'm gonna take some swimming lessons. I gotta find someone to do it like one-on-one, because the older you get, the more nervous you get around
Yeah.
water. That's why anybody who has really young kids, put them
Go
in the
ahead.
water
Yeah,
now.
get that done. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you learn how to swim as a kid?
Yeah, as a kid, just we were in the country because my folks moved south when I was like 10, 11 years old.
Mhm.
So we go to the country with all these country people, and they're doing country stuff. So
Okay.
one of the things was they would go jump in the lake and just start swimming. And I'm like,
Wow.
"Man, I don't know how to swim." So I just kept watching them and talking to them, and they talked me into learning how to dog pedal. And once I
Okay.
learned the dog pedal, then the rest of it kind of came.
Yeah,
So I
I
have no technique, but I can save my behind if I need to.
well, I need to be trained in a 4-foot pool. So I won't get upset.
Take baby steps.
I know. I mean, I want to learn how to swim because I want to learn, and also I want to use that as a form of exercise too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You
it's
know,
really a great.
As I get
exercise.
older, there's certain things I don't want to do too much of because
Right.
it's, it's not good on my joints.
Yeah. And swimming is definitely good all the way around.
Yeah, so that's my goal, is to do that. But can't wait to hear about your trip to Africa.
Tell you what, every day I'm still working back issues that I started while I was there, because I'll be going back at some point next year. But it's really all encompassing when I think about all the various aspects and the different levels of interaction and possibility for just almost anything you want to create there, you know. It was really something else.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in hearing about that. We all definitely interested in hearing about that. Hey, babe.
Hey, baby, you need to adjust your camera.
Okay. Like here?
Okay, I got it. That's better.
Let's
don't care about
see.
that right now. We good, son. We got the fantastic. Why don't you get that one?
What am I doing?
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, babe.
They calling. They should be calling both of you guys.
All right, babe. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
I forgot to put the title on the show on the program, but I sent it to you in a chat.
Okay, so what's the title?
It is, and Lou provided the title, Preparations for Next Steps.
Okay, so we good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got, they calling you guys now.
All right, babe, we're here.
And, you guys need to turn your volume. This is a problem that we had with the YouTube channel the other day. And that's why I'm afraid of, no, they already made the adjustment. Will you fix it? That's why I'm afraid to do this right now, because it's also on the YouTube channel and the Instagram channel. And it's a couple of steps I haven't done. So the volume needs to be turned all the way down now.
Okay.
Now.
Let me do that now.
Hey, Sweet Lou.
Yes, brother.
Okay, yeah, we need to turn the volume all the way down now. They should be calling you guys shortly.
Okay. Let me turn it down.
Okay. Interesting. The battlefield.
Everything okay?
Yeah. You want me to go
Okay.
live?
No, just not yet. Everything okay? We're not Facebook Live yet.
No, not right.
Okay. So hey Clay, tomorrow we're gonna get this right. And if it worked, man, we home run, bro. But this is the one I told you I bought. I think it would work.
Hey, Noah.
Tell James I tried to call
Oh, there we go.
Lou, but it just goes straight to
Testing
voicemail.
1, 2.
Okay, I'm gonna tell
Testing
Lou.
one.
Okay.
I'm
All
calling him back now.
right, bye.
Hang on. Hold on, Tom.
Is my mic in the way?
After the attack on Pearl Harbor, the
Testing 1,
Hey,
2.
no.
Testing 1, 2.
laid down the law before
Hey, Lou.
Okay, yeah. I just saw I missed it, so I tried to
Everything
get you
okay?
back.
Hey, Lou.
Okay. I'm good. How about you?
This look good right here. That's my Zoom. Even though
There we go.
So that's all that matters, right?
That's look, we just need an opportunity. That's all.
testing 1, 2.
Sorry I had to push that back a bit, but
No problem. No problem at all, man. I'm looking forward to it whenever it happens.
You didn't put the bread in yet, right? Turn it over.
it'll be a lock on the
Oh, you got it on?
Cool.
Unless you want to leave it on for me.
All right.
capital.
I mean, it's okay. I don't have a problem.
41 attack by the Japanese on Pearl Harbor and other locations killed more than 2,400 service members.
I'm here. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
With ultra durable
Man, this has been extremely busy, my friend. Man, I apologize. I missed not chatting with you because there's a couple of things we need to talk about. And we need to set aside some time to do that. You know what? I already know that, man. And you know what? That's one of the things I admire about you, bro. You are a professional. under major stress, and that means a lot to me, bro. I mean, I know how it is.
It's not just pillows. They have over 150 products, everything from sleepwear to beds. And my promo code DOBS also works on my.
Okay, the only thing that we need to talk about is I need to start doing pre-recorded shows, and I need your help. I don't want nobody else but you. And I already talked to Kevin. I already talked to Steve. They told me to call you personally. They gave me no Susie, no this, no that. That's what they told me. I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 before Christmas. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but I know Wednesdays.
What is he talking about?
You're extremely busy during that time frame.
Yes, let's say they're struggling to keep up with demand from walk-in customers. They recommend calling ahead for vaccination appointments. Ironically, Biden administration.
Well, let's just talk about that one more time, and then we good. Then I can start setting it up, because I got English customer guests from England and Canada and all of that. So that's why I'm very, But I tell you, this is gonna be great, my friend.
Please join me 3 times each weekday for my
Sweet Lou, I'm looking at her right now, man. And you
report.
guy.
The following program may be pre-recorded. It's Your Life. It's sponsored by J.C. Cooley. A series of circles and cycles, phases and stages. These are your experiences
listen live
that
first.
teach you the
And when it
lesson of
comes
life.
on Listen Live,
You either
then you do
ignore
it.
them or embrace them.
As
Welcome
soon as
to
the Listen Live pop up,
show. It's Your Life. James is a
all the
motivational
way.
author, military veteran, and founder of the James Cooley Foundation. James is here to equip you to strive for greatness and to overcome adversity. It's time to get equipped today for the challenges of tomorrow. Now, here's the host of It's Your Life, James Cooley.
Hello, welcome to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley, and I tell you, wow. I got this guest that's on the show today. That's been on the show several times. But you know what, Noah? I never get tired of this guy being a guest on my show, because he is so inspirational. He brings so much knowledge. Everything that he do, he's multi-talented. He's a retired colonel from the Army. Sir, I'm saluting to you, sir. And his album on the jazz chart, I think internationally, went worldwide. That means you give up a career in one thing and you become top of the list in the next career that you do immediately. But now this guy is such a wonderful person, and you know him just like I do.
You know what we always talk about? We have been, especially in the holiday months, talking about that C word, one of those famous C words. I'm talking about character. And you want to talk about a guy that exudes character, and that is our guest tonight.
Man, he is, man, I tell you, and I know his beautiful wife. I mean, of course, I've been in Atlanta studios. I've been at the State Farm Center doing my shows, and he and his beautiful wife, they don't appear on the show at the same time because they got different professions. But I tell you, when it comes to character, when it comes to love, when it comes to giving back to make sure that whatever that might be, these two great people are absolutely fantastic, and we love them to death. And I got this connection with Sweet Lou because he's a colonel, military. He understands everything, been at the highest level, and also have this great relationship with his wife because she's off into physical fitness. She is a guru at everything that she does. But tonight we're going to talk about Sweet Lou. And I got this great co-host of mine just sitting back, waiting in the background, that I cannot wait to hear her voice because she decided to stay in Texas, And I'm in California. I'm in San Diego, right near Temecula, but I'm in Temecula Studios, and I just want to hear her voice. How you doing, Michelle Cooley?
I am doing fine, James Cooley. You want to hear something funny? I woke up this morning thinking it was Wednesday. Now, if it was Wednesday, I would do the special Wednesday
No,
greeting, but we'll
no.
save
You
that for
can't do the
tomorrow.
special Wednesday.
I
Noah,
gotta
tell
do
her
it. Well,
that's,
Noah's gonna.
that's forbidden,
Noah,
Noah. Tell her.
Noah, he's.
What is
Oh,
wrong?
really? It was weird. I'm like, why am I rushing the week? Baby, it's because I miss you and I want you to come home.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. But Noah, you know, this great guest of ours, even though we're not going to talk about his great music, we're gonna play it. Oh, we're gonna play it. Before we even get started, before I even introduce this guy, can you give me like 15, 30 seconds of this guy great music?
I think it's a great way.
Oh, Sweet Lou. Wow. Hey, cut it off, Noah. We don't want to give away too much right now. Okay. I'll tell you what. I listen to what I'm gonna have my beautiful wife, my co-host, to introduce this great guy and tell the purpose of the show tonight. And believe it or not, it's not all focused on his music. It's focused on what Noah called his character. It's focused on what we call his heart. This is a great man. So, Michelle, first of all, can you tell our listening audience what the title of today's show, and then tell them about the purpose?
The title of today's show is Preparations for Next Steps. And the purpose of the show is getting to know the background of Sweet Lou Olutosin, talk about Lou's thoughts on leadership, talk about his experiences from his trip to Ghana, West Africa, and to discuss next chapters and transition planning. And to introduce the guest tonight, I'm telling you a little bit about Sweet Lou Olutosin. Atlanta-based, internationally acclaimed jazz vocalist and recording artist, Sweet Lou's latest project is called Meet Me at the Crossroads. This Grammy-contending release debuted at #4 on the Billboard Jazz Album charts, just behind Gregory Porter and Norah Jones. During its next 3 weeks, it rose to #1 on the Billboard Traditional Jazz Album charts. While Sweet Lou Olutosin's music consistently displays a unique and energetic creativity, it is his live performance that is the crown jewel of excitement and engaging modern jazz. As a youngster, Lou's goal was to be an uninhibited singer using a mixture of jazz, blues, and gospel to create music with the message of soulful spiritual healing. He channels everything from Al Jarreau, Joe Williams, Lou Rawls, Eddie Jefferson, and John Lee Hooker in his performances, creating his own unique vocal style. Lou's years in the military taught him the very important lessons of discipline, order, method, and ultimately belief in himself. Lou retired from the Army with the rank of full colonel, allowing his full immersion into the music that has been the backing track to his existence since childhood. The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, welcomes back Lou Olutosin.
Sweet Lou!
Hey,
How you doing, sir?
man, thank you so much for the invitation. I'm so really happy to be back on the James Cooley Show.
Sweet Lou. Man, you know what, man? I just love chatting with you. And me and you chat all the time, man. Man, you're just an inspiration to me and listening audience. And all of our military folks and the veterans that's out there, because as you know, Sweet Lou, last month, November, we had Veterans day, but I dedicated the whole month to first responders and veterans. And you was over in Africa doing some great things, and it's just so fun to have you back on the show again. And I just want to say, since I wasn't able to tell you, we're proud of you leaving. Happy Veterans Day, my friend.
And happy Veterans Day to you too, brother. We're comrades in arms. You know, we've served. You know, it's always something. One of my mentors, the great General Brooks, always used to tell me. He said, "A life of service is a life worth living, or a life of service is a life well lived." And I've always, you know, from hearing that, it really struck a chord to me, because there's so many people who don't serve, so many people who are just happy being served. But it's so necessary for somebody to serve in all these capacities, you know, from first responders to military to any kind of government service, because you're serving something bigger than yourself. And that's what we're really a part of. That's what we're really seeking.
And you know what? You are absolutely right, because even for the folks that didn't serve, they can serve with giving back to their community, giving back to their society, giving their heart and helping others out. And so it's all about service, giving their life to God. It's all about service. And so that's what it's about. But I tell you what, Sweet Lou, we're going to take a station break. But when we come back, Noah's going to take us out with a little bit of your music. But when we come back, we're going to really delve off into this great person, man of character, Sweet Lou Olutosin.
More stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity. Coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley. Are you a veteran over the age of 65? Are you married to a veteran over the age of 65? If so, we want to make sure you're getting all the
Well, I think that's going to be great. But I tell you, this is what we're going to do. This guy, we got so much that we're going to get through in this segment. I'm going to ask the first question. Michelle got the next two, you got the next two, and we'll go from there. But if you got the program in front of you, you see that's a different program. Okay, so I'm going to ask the first one. Michelle got two, you got two. Can you pass that to Michelle?
James Cooley, host of the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. And the new audio version of my book, Country Boy.
You didn't tell me about the pie. I've been over.
That's your life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale.
But you know I've been waiting on that.
Get the new audio version of my book.
Oh yeah. And Michelle should have sent Cameron the invite. Not sure.
The G.C. Cooley Foundation is a nonprofit organization that was started in October of 2014.
I got the first question. Michelle got two, you got two, and we'll go from there, bro.
Young adults and citizens of our great communities nationwide and overseas. We hope that you'll be able to take part in one or more.
Okay. So, hey, now you go handle that. You already know how that is.
Experience firsthand the pride.
Hey, thanks so much, my friend. We must talk after the show tonight.
For the challenges of tomorrow, and we rely heavily on the generosity of individuals and business owners for support.
You already know how that is.
Individuals just like you, we wouldn't be able to serve our youth.
Okay, how much time we got before we get back?
Support our annual appeal by making a cash donation. This year's goal is $50,000.
All right, Michelle, James says he's going to ask the first one, and then you have two, and then I have two after that.
Wait, so he asks the first one and then 2 and 2? Okay.
Thank you in advance for your contribution.
Country boy, city boy, a journey that ain't over yet, the true life coming of age story by James Stacy Cooley. Using humor, wit, and engaging storytelling, James paints a picture about his arrival in a rural deep south town and realization that life would never be the same. How he lays out his struggle to adjust from city life to country life and back again, sharing his hard-earned lessons to educate, encourage, and enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes. Get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Stacy Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
The next D'Souza can teach you a thing or two. Where have we heard that before? Well, the first time I really heard it was during the hostage crisis. Remember? Jimmy Carter, in which this superpower, America, is just being humiliated day after day after day. Well, those days are here again. The D'Souza podcast, available on SalemPodcastNetwork.com and everywhere podcasts are heard.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I've often asked that question. Pete and Ted Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor.
Listen live at all other stations worldwide.
The doctors who formulated Relief Factor selected the full best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. Order the 3-week quick start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. Call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
Streaming now at TheAnswerSanDiego.com and Odyssey.com. It's time to dream big, think big, and be big. It's time for more It's Your Life. Now, here's your host, James Cooley.
Hello. Welcome back to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley and Michelle. Wow. We got this great guest on tonight. And I know that you're holding back on the title of the show. Can you tell our listening audience what the title of tonight's show is?
The title of tonight's show is Preparations for Next Steps.
And preparation for next step, which is what we get ready to talk to Sweet Lou Olutosin, is about what that means. And Noah, come on, man. You and I have been excited the last couple of days because we got this great gentleman back on our show again. And the excitement is, and I already feel it because you and I talked earlier today.
You can feel the energy, he's one of those. We have lots of great guests on It's Your Life, don't get me wrong, but there's certain people when they come that you and I just get genuinely over the top, over the moon excited just by their presence. And Sweet Lou is one of those people, man. He's top notch.
And you know what, this guy, I think this is his 4th time being on my show. I have went to Atlanta personally to make sure I met this guy. I had him in the State Farm Arena in our studios there. And, this, and guess what, no? He gave me an autographed copy of his album.
Oh, what a treasure.
Man, you know what? I'm going to put that in the frame and post it on my wall. And
I would do just that.
So I tell you, listen, audience, I have not even given you guys the call-in number if you want to be part of the conversation, but you got to be. This is a great man. If you want to be part of the conversation tonight, that's 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Sweet Lou, my friend. You know I have to ask you this question. Just like I mentioned a second ago, you've been on the show multiple times, and you always bring inspiration to all of us. And plus, you are a military guy, and not just military guy, but everything did not always go as planned when we first came out the womb, I believe. What people expectations of us, and I believe that we have to figure out what our expectations are based on what we want to do in life, not what other people want to do in life. Yeah. Can you tell our listening audience a little bit about you, your background, and what drove you to be the successful man, multi-talented, drive that you work all the time? To make sure that not only it's you, but you bring joy to others.
Wow. Well, thanks for that fabulous, in-depth question. Now, let me see if I can dissect that a little bit. Well, but I got to tell you, I guess probably first and foremost thing that motivates me and drives me is to be a seeker of truth, And I think because if you're seeking truth in whatever it is that you're doing, and you're legitimately involved and engaged and focused on what it is that you've decided you're doing, and you're seeking truth, it will lead you past what most people expect would be your final income or your final outcome, excuse me, if you will. For example, when I look at my road, I look at the fact that I was an enlisted man in the military that really anticipated being an enlisted man would be the final end of my career. But one thing led to another because I believe I was seeking truth. Some mentors that pulled me to the side and led me to pursue going into officer candidate school. And I did that and was successful. And one thing led to another, but it all came back to seeking truth. And I think we would all be so much better if we made that our mantra, just seeking what's true. If you continue to seek what's true, you'll get to a different answer most of the times, I believe.
Wow. Lou, do you agree with this statement that a man is a product of his environment or surroundings? If so, how were you a product of your environment growing up?
Wow. That's a very good question as well, especially when you look at the environment that most of our youth are growing up in today's kind of situation. Personally, I can say that I would say that there's a lot to that statement, in that whatever, especially from childhood, whatever a child is presented with the most often and the most number of times, that thing or those things will have the greatest influence on them. And that never changes even as we become adults. Those things that we are around and exposed to influence us more than things that we're not. So personally, my family, my upbringing, I had lots of brothers and sisters, and extended family as well. But my extended family looked quite a bit like mine. For example, my dad was a twin and had lots of boys just like his brother. But we all came up in Gary, Indiana, a pretty tough town at the time, for a good while, and something changed, and my dad decided he wanted to take his boys south. Interestingly, years later, when my dad and his twin brother would talk about how their boys had come out, my dad's twin brother had to say that, well, all of my boys ended up spending some time in the criminal justice system one way or another. My dad never could say that. My dad had to say that I was fortunate, and I know it was because I got them out of that environment. My boys never spent any time in the criminal justice system. Just a matter of environment and distance, not a matter of character or work ethic or anything of that nature. When you're focused or faced with something that's negative on an ongoing basis, that negativity will definitely impact your mobility. How far can you go? So yes, I would say that environment is certainly an impactful piece on outcome of people.
Right. Lou, let's talk about leadership. Leadership demands different tools in different environments. Do you agree with that statement? And can you kind of expand on if you do agree on that statement and why?
Yeah, that's a very good statement, and one that I can support. both from experience and from what I've observed. I think leadership is, there's sayings that great leaders are born and not made, and vice versa. I think you can make an argument either way. Again, back to exposures and mentorship, training, those things. You can create leadership, but there's also people who are born in predispositions where leadership may come more natural. And I put that in the same category as talent. Talent is one of the most beautiful things in the world, but it can also be one of the most handicapping things in the world. Because what will happen often is people, because they are talented and because they have a certain predisposition to success, often they won't feel that they need to work at being any better or work on those areas to make them better or to reach their full potential, because they've already found a certain level of success because they're talented. So I think it's very important, one, that we work on whatever it is, whether it be talent or anything else, but also that we make sure that no matter what, we allow ourselves the growth and the development and mentorship, or seek mentorship from those who can help us hone those skills to be better leaders in whatever endeavor.
That was great to hear. And you know, we're going to continue with leadership, Lou. But what I'd like to get into after the break is actually related to leadership. I have a big question on mentorship, because I think that is such a huge place in society, especially when we're talking about the young people. So just hang right there, and we're going to get back to more It's Your Life. If you're listening, give us a call, 888-344-1170. Again, that's 888-344-1170 if you want to be part of the show. The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. Our guest tonight, none other than Sweet Lou.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity. Coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley. There is much truth in a journey that ain't over yet, as all of us journey through life's just gift of time, just like I have. Hi, I'm James Cooley, host of the James Cooley Show.
Hey, what happened? We ran out of time?
My book, Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet.
Okay. No. We good. That's what teamwork is all about, my friend. I tell you what, this is what I want to do. I want you to, I'm gonna bring us back. You didn't get your two questions. So you lead it off. So I don't think you got one question in. So you lead off with your two questions. Let me bring it back. You lead off with your two questions. I'll take over for two. And Michelle will do one. And we'll see where we at from there. But let's get deep into the Sweet Lou.
The J.C. Cooley Foundation continues to strive to expand its
I'm gonna
programs
do two
and
after
offerings
you.
to the
If
youth,
you got the first two, I'm gonna bring the two back.
of our great
You do two.
communities nationwide and overseas. Television
I'm gonna do two after you.
today for the challenge
And then Michelle will do one. And then we go from there. We'll see where we're at.
Generosity will assist us in making a difference in the lives.
This is great, man. Having Sweet Lou back.
Hey.
He's going to get two, and then he says you're going to do
Hey, no,
one.
I can't communicate with him. But let him know that he's doing absolutely fantastic. If you can hit his mic up.
Audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet, is a must-have. James
Okay.
shares his true life
We good.
struggle with success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. It's a new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet, by James Cooley on Amazon.com or
Hey,
wherever
Noah.
audio books are sold.
They still got
Government tried to censor him. So did Twitter.
the Veterans Administration. That should be the new commercial for you running. I'm gonna have to get in touch with them tomorrow.
True story about the coronavirus in the mainstream media.
That's true.
The facts I put together about COVID aren't secrets or conspiracy theories. They're available in government
It
documents.
should not be any more commercials.
The media will give you the facts you need about COVID, including a hard
I did, but we'll take care of that tomorrow, man. That should be your new commercial that you did. I'll take care. Well, this commercial with the update, the old commercial should never be ran again. Okay. So I'm letting you know, and I'm gonna let them know tomorrow again. But the update commercial should not be running, and the old commercial should not be running. That's cost us.
Streaming now on iHeart.com and Odyssey.com.
Okay.
It's time to dream big, think big, and be big. It's time for more It's Your Life. Now, here's your host, James Cooley.
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley, and this is one of my most favorite guests. He's a very good friend of mine, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Noah. Every time I call him, he always answers the call. He answered the call. I said, "Hey, my great producer loves jazz. Can you get me a jazz artist or two? Oh, give me about 30 minutes." and he get us some of the top-notch jazz artists in the world. That's not me, Noah. That's Sweet Lou.
He knows talent when he sees it. We've had some great ones too.
We had some great ones, and we still got a lot of great ones that Lou has referred that we have not been able to get around to right now. But Sweet Lou, I tell you, my friend, we will. But it's such an absolute pleasure seeing you, chatting with you, and I know you just got back from Africa. You was there for 2 weeks, and we're gonna get off into that in a minute.
Okay.
And before we do anything, can you give me like 15 seconds? Another one of his songs, and I'm gonna bring it back, and we're gonna get back on track. I just want our listening audience to know.
Problems dictate how you feel about tomorrow. Yesterday makes focus clear. Take a listen, I do. Don't you get too bogged down for the lessons that I'm sharing with you right here. Drifting away to clear your spirit, telling you to step away just for a moment.
Wow. Thanks for cutting that off, because, man, I don't think I would have been able to do the rest of the show if I would have listened. And I tell you, our listeners, you want to be part of this great conversation with this great man. That's 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Noah, it's your turn to talk to this great man.
I'm really excited. I want to have actually Sweet been such a great guy to talk to. He's going to come on my show next month. Very much looking forward to that. But we've been talking about leadership, Lou, but along with leadership and being somebody of influence and, knowing how certain parts of life work, it can also be a great thing to be a mentor. So how important to you is it to be a mentor to somebody in the younger generation to show them the ropes?
Wow, that's a good one, Noah. I would say that mentorship is probably the single most important factor in leadership, in building and growing great leaders. And the reason being, one, as a mentor or without a mentor, it's hard to figure out the actual environment in which you're trying to lead, and the goal of the purpose of mentorship is to help those fledgling or new leaders figure out the right direction so the organization or whoever the group that's being led don't have such growing pains, while that young leader is developing the skill set and honing things in. And I know personally, my mentors, something that most people think and kind of get it wrong sometimes is that mentors are always your superiors. They are not. Mentors can be at any level if the vessel is open. So I just want to put that out there. But from most of my senior mentors have always been the ones who could keep me from hitting the wall, or because in leadership, sometimes you get excited and you're getting it done. And often because you're so busy getting it done, you don't actually have full visibility of all of the pitfalls that may be coming your way. So mentors can help you mentor those or navigate those kind of obstacles and allow you to live to fight another day.
I agree, and I think everybody, as they're going through whatever walk of life that is, especially in their young careers, no matter what the field, could use with a solid mentor that can really come alongside and, as you said, prevent them from hitting that wall of life where they just fall down over and over again. Now, I'm curious, and maybe this has happened, but I know you and I were texting, and you went to Ghana, West Africa. That's tremendously exciting.
Yes.
Share with the audience your experience. And did you get a chance to maybe mentor somebody on your trip while you were over there?
Wow. Interestingly, yes, I had an opportunity to spend some time in Ghana, West Africa recently, and it was a very enlightening trip on so many levels. And fortunately, I did actually get an opportunity to mentor one young man in particular. I always try to look for opportunities to share, because I know that some of my experiences may help someone if they're open. But at the same time, you have to be careful because people aren't always open for the types of experiences you may want to share. So, but this particular young man, very personable. I was very impressed by what I saw in him, conscientious, hardworking, which is something I saw in all the people of Ghana, really, really hardworking people. But this gentleman, I was had an opportunity to talk with about some future goals and some directions and maybe some ways that he could get there. And we are now trading WhatsApp messages pretty regularly just to try and help him navigate some of those seas as we talked about. So thanks for bringing that up. I'm glad that I had that opportunity.
I know you went over there, and I know we have more questions, but I just thought that besides the experience overall that you were lucky enough and blessed enough to obtain, that what we were talking about with mentorship, I mean, that's just ripe for opportunity, man.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And they're open. It's really, really something to see because on so many levels, there's so much growth and so many areas that can be developed with ease. And more on that later on, but I just want to share that.
Wow. I got to go back to something that you just said, because you went to Ghana, West Africa,
Yes.
and you shared a little bit about your experience. And I believe that the world, especially a lot in the United States, that we don't always understand and open our minds to what's going on other than what's going on in our country.
Yeah, very true.
And a lot of time we lose focus that there is a world other than the United States of America.
Very true.
I love the United States of America. You do as well, and Noah does as well. All of us do. But everybody in the world do not experience the same type or laws or government that we have. A lot of people have what we call tribal laws and government or whatever that balance is. Can you explain to our listening audience that the world, especially most of us in America, that there is a different world out there, and it's not all about what's on TV. If you just focus everything that you see on TV, you're gonna miss a lot of things. And I think I have traveled to over like 60 countries myself, and I'm sure you have as well. And everything is not as we see it in our world.
Yeah, I agree. And thank you so much for that question, because that really speaks to who we are as Americans and how we see the world. And it's quite different than a lot of the world. I would to speak to the question about how the governments work in tribal balance and whatnot. I was really impressed because in my time in Ghana, I was looking at it from a particular aspect. And one of those being government stability and how the social climates and how the various pieces and factors interact and work. And I was really, really happy to find that Ghana accepts and acknowledges that it's a community or a country that has come from tribalism. The tribes actually are still very much active, very much alive, very much functioning, but it also has, the tribes have also given to the government an opportunity to function, and to function in such a capacity that all the tribes and all the people of Ghana are taken care of under that government. It's a really, really unique balance, because in most places, you would think that, well, in order for the government to survive, the tribes cannot survive because there's only one organization that leads. But the balance there is just really tremendous, in that the tribes existed before the government. Therefore, why would the government have so much authority over the tribes? So it's really, really a beautiful and a unique balance, because everyone works together, the government and the tribes. Everyone knows their lanes, and they all kind of make it work to where everyone can advance together. And when I look at where we are here in the United States, so far from tribalism, so-called, but yet all you see is tribalism when you look at our political climate. You're either in one camp or another, and the camps are not interested in working together, it seems. So I think we could learn a lot from the way the governments operate in West Africa, Ghana in particular.
Wow. Man, I'm amazed with that answer. And, just like a colonel, I always think things are strategic. And that was such a great answer. I tell you, we got to take a station break, but when we come back, Michelle, we haven't forgot about you. Tell her, no, we didn't forget about her.
No. Actually, she's at the top on this team. So the most important questions are coming.
Yes. So I tell you what. Hey, Sweet Lou.
Yes, brother.
Fantastic. We're going to take a station break. If you still want to be part of this great conversation, 344 11. That's 1-888-344-11. We'll be back shortly after break with Sweet Lou Olutosin. It's your life in James Village.
Better, so much better. You listen, friend, I'm telling you. There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity. Coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley, the JC Cooley.
And Noah,
nonprofit.
can you tell Michelle she got the first? I want her to put 2 questions into one, and I want you to follow up with a question, and I'm gonna finish it off. Well, give her 2 questions. She feels lonely right now. But tell her her 2 questions have to be at least within 2 minutes. You got a question, and I'll finish it off. Got it, my friend?
You have the first 2 questions, and I'm going to have a question, and then he's going to finish it off from there.
Okie doke.
Your generosity will assist us in making a difference in the lives of the youth in our community.
Okay. You can give her 2.5 minutes, but she got since we done cut her out, let her get back, and then
Thanks you in advance for your contribution.
Oh man, I might be in trouble, my friend.
A journey that ain't over yet.
This is a great show, man.
Man,
Man, you see, we need 2 hours with
Using
Sweet Lou.
humor, wit, and engaging storytelling, James paints a picture about his arrival in a rural deep south town and realization that life would never be the same. How he lays out his struggles to adjust from city
That was
life, country
incredible.
life, and back
That
again.
was so
Sharing his
incredible.
hard-earned
Hey, bring us back with like 15 seconds of your music. Before, I mean, once you bring it back, bring us back with 15, 20 seconds of music. Let me bring the show back. And let Michelle know that she gotta do what she gotta do. Because we only got 9, 10 minutes. I don't know how much time we got left in this segment.
In fact, Word Street has already started going up on the rumors. That's why we
9.5 minutes. So she got to do everything within 2.5 minutes. You got 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna finish it up.
And we also took thousands out in cash to use for a bunch of other things. Owning made the whole process.
No. I want you to have 2 minutes because, come on, man. What you do? I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning from you, bro.
Or go to owning.com and lock in a 30-year fixed refi at today's 2.5% rate, 2.731 APR. That's 8332 owning or
So
owning.com.
first 5 minutes you and Michelle got. I tell you what, why don't you bring the show back? You bring the show back. And let her know that and she got it.
Or log on to
And
owning.com.
I just take the last 5 minutes of the show.
Or owning.com.
I ain't going nowhere.
Time to dream big, think big, and be big. It's time for more. It's your life. Now, here's your host, James Cooley. Right back here on the James Cooley Show, 888-344-1170. And, right there about the great music styling with Sweet Lou. And he's much more than music. He's a man of wisdom. He's been getting off this hour. And I know Michelle's got a couple of questions, but JC, this show is going tremendous. Well, I thought he was there. He's not.
No, I am here. No, because I was just trying to sink in the last response that this great man gave us.
Oh, that was great. You and I were talking off here.
Yes. And you know how you get caught up when you thinking about it and you brought the show back and like, wow, I would not in my wildest thoughts ever came up with a response like this great man just did.
You know, I deal with politics on a daily basis, trying to figure stuff out. Never thought of that, and that was just brilliant.
And you know, I'm not a politics guy. I'm just a love guy. I try to stay away from all of those things that
Better for your health that way.
that could divide us. I just want to unite us. And what Sweet Lou just stated, well, how can you not be, or how can you not want to be united?
That's the way that it should be. Unfortunately, we live in a world right now very much divided, even here in the United States.
You're absolutely right. I tell you what, Michelle Cooley, you got the next question, a question and a half. And you know what? No, I hate to do this, but I want to talk to this young man before the show ends again. Michelle, you got 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes. Oh, 2 questions. Okay.
That's all.
Hey, Lou, thank you for being on the show. I got a question for you. So the title of tonight's show is Preparations for Next Steps. What do the terms next chapters and transition planning mean to Sweet Lou Olutosin?
Very good question, very direct and very simple. I kind of look at life almost the way the James Cooley Show characterizes as a series of stages and phrases. I think we are always in transition somewhere. I think sometimes we don't realize it. And if we don't realize it, it can end up causing us more pain when the transition actually comes about than it has to. So I'm always personally looking at where I am in relation to where I feel the creator would have me be? Am I being as active in the things that I know matter, or am I slacking off and taking the easy way out? Well, when I'm taking the easy way out, it's pretty easy. It's pretty clear that, you know, I need to get back on track, and I try and snatch myself back on. So that's kind of the way I would approach that.
Okay. So Lou, if you had to rewrite your life's experiences, is there anything you would change?
Well, when I was younger, I would have said there's plenty of things that I would change. I would have said that, no, I didn't need to make some of the decisions that I made that ended up with some very tough consequences. But having gone through those consequences and now being on the other side of them and realizing now that every adversity, every situation, especially the tough ones, has a lesson embedded within it. And it's my job to extract that lesson out so I can benefit from it. And, oh, by the way, if I fail to extract that lesson from that very negative situation or the situation that's so detrimental, I get to do that all over again at some other time in life because I didn't get the lesson that I should have gotten. So I now try to make sure the more difficult the situation is, the more I have to find that lesson, because I don't want to do this again. It's already tough the first time. But if I don't get the lesson, that's the reward. I get to do it again.
Sweet Lou, we've been talking about briefly next chapters in transition planning. So what's next for Sweet Lou? Maybe that 3-year trajectory. And then on that, what do you see? Because obviously when we set plans and goals for ourselves, there are challenges along the way. What's going to be the biggest challenge in you accomplishing that? I'm curious.
Wow. You said a mouthful right there, Noah. And my trajectory has changed over the last 2 years. COVID is a part of that. The COVID and the various sequels and changes that it's had, all over the world. But 2 years ago, my 5-year plan was by 2025, I would have residence on the continent of Africa, where I didn't know. Now I can fast forward that and say that my relocation plan to the continent of Africa has been accelerated to the point that I will be there well before 2025. In fact, I could very well be there by the end of 2022. That in itself. Go ahead.
Sweet Lou.
Yes.
Only because we got like 2.5 minutes. I wanted to ask you about that one because that is so important to you. I already know that. And you've been working, I believe, your whole life on making sure that happens. And you're such a great guy. And we all have setbacks. We all have all of those things. We ain't gonna talk about none of those right now. But we all have a dream that we look forward to. And we all have things that we have to fulfill in our life. My main question to you is, I know you, my friend, purpose. You and I came up from similar backgrounds, and you're so successful. I think that I'm halfway successful in what I'm doing. Can you tell our listening audience in 1 minute or less, what do you believe your purpose in this world is, to ensuring that happiness comes to everybody, regardless of race, religion, or talent, or all of that thing, because man, you such an inspiration to me. Can you just say that real quickly, what that means?
Yes, I can. So many years ago, I came to what my purpose was, and that being helping people find happiness. I've used as my vehicle, especially the last 6 or 8 years or so, music, because music involves happiness on the greatest range of levels. I think for everyone, no matter what the person type, background, or whatever, music can soothe the soul. So music is my tool for bringing happiness to people everywhere.
Well, hey, Sweet Lou, I got 30 seconds. Hey, thank you so much, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. We got to do this again, Noah. You already know that. I like to thank my great co-host, Michelle Cool. I like to thank my great producer, Lord Dingley. Most importantly, I wish one well looking for sponsor. Make sure we bring this connection, bring the show back. I tell you, we'll be at the same time, same place tomorrow. Yes! Your life, I'm James. Going to see you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us for It's Your Life with James Cooley. To learn more about
Man,
James,
this was so good, bro.
or become a guest, visit CooleyFoundation.org. Join James weekdays at
Yeah, we're gonna have we got to get him back on because
to help you become equipped today for the
okay,
challenges
so
of tomorrow.
why don't you tell him that before I put him back on
It's
Zoom?
your life.
Can you do that for me, my friend?
Dream big, think big, and feel big at
Yeah.
everything that you do.
Yes, and I'm gonna get him back on Zoom in about 15 seconds.
Is a digital commonwealth based on the principles of America's founding document, designed to unite like-minded
Okay, all right.
Americans. At
Hey,
freedomsquare.com.
son, is that all the way in?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you sure?
Can you?
Okay, why don't you not yet. Pull that out.
Yeah.
Okay, let that go for like 1 minute. Facebook family, you just heard we had Sweet Lou on.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. I don't have a whole lot going on right now. So yeah, we can do that.
And he's such a fantastic guest.
Okay, sounds good.
Wow, it's just so
Okay, man. Thank you.
to have
Bye-bye.
this young man so accomplished to be a guest on my show. Got to have him back again sooner than later. And I tell you, I want to hear a little bit more about his trip to Africa. And my great co-host, Michelle Coley, you're so wonderful. And I tell you, let me get to this Zoom Facebook call. And I'm going to close it out. But we got some great shows coming up this week. Just keep in mind, it's your life. I'm James Cooley. So talk to you in a minute. Sweet Lou.
Yes, brother.
Hey,
Can you
bro.
hear me? Gotcha. Yeah.
Man, you kind of got me caught up in that. We got to do another one because I need to know more.
Oh yeah.
And I know that I probably bother you.
No. Let's do another one, man, and finish the conversation.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you're such an inspiration to me, and I had a chance to meet you, sit down, and I know you're a beautiful wife. So you're family now, bro.
I feel the same, bro. I really do feel the same. I love what you're doing. You know, you got a platform with sponsorship. You know, it's a whole lot of platforms, but ain't a whole lot of platforms with sponsorship.
But most importantly is making sure that we're getting real messages out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter about no sponsorship if you're doing some bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
I won't allow anybody on my show unless they bring in value.
Right. There we go.
And so I know I keep asking you, I keep doing this, and if you tell me, JC, stop, I will stop. But come on.
No, I know some good folks, and the only thing I would say, JC, when I give you somebody, get to it. They know some people. Get
No,
them.
it's not that, but it's not always locked in on JC has all the power.
Mhm.
Because
I
I'm
hear
just the
you.
host, bro.
I hear you. I hear you.
Hey, won't you come over here? Hey, Sweet Lou, you got about 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got a couple of my friends that listen. Come on now, you know I gotta always support you. That's listening to the show tonight. Hey, pull that chair over here. Talk to this great colonel. This guy, National Geographic, all this other type of stuff.
Wow.
And my son, Vigor, Cinematic, or whatever you want to call him, all that. My oldest son is here, just flew in here, and I tell him about you. You know what? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna slide over.
Okay.
And,
Hey, what's going on now?
Minutes.
Hey,
No. This would be.
How you doing, man?
how you doing, Lou?
Good, doing great, man. What's your name?
It's Clayton.
Clayton. Okay, Clayton. Good to meet you, bro.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. You just got back from Africa. I'm headed
Yeah.
there in March.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm working with a church, and we are actually sponsoring the drilling of a well so that they can have water in that area.
Beautiful.
Our next project is actually creating a greenhouse so that it can grow vegetables and what have you.
Beautiful,
And the guy
man.
that I'm working with has been going back and forth, over the last couple of years. So on a missionary,
Cool.
and doing various things there. So
Good.
this year I'll be going there to document this. We're hoping by the time we get there, they will have already drilled the well.
Right. Yeah.
And in the final stages of putting a pump to extract the water from the ground, what have you, to document.
Good.
But I've been going back and forth. I've been going there a couple of times because I teach with the University of Pittsburgh on the
Oh,
ship
cool.
Research C.
Okay.
And that was my last trip there with 600 students on ship.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, and I go back and forth there photographing wildlife because I'm a wildlife photographer.
Oh, man.
Uh,
That is so cool.
I'm also a musician too.
Oh, really? What do you play, man?
I play trumpet. I play for a group called the Exotics out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. And
Wait a minute. Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Right. Yeah, Dwight McMillan was the leader of the group, and we have a series of other. We had an accident back in the 60s that took the lives of two guys,
Oh.
and a drummer wound up having both his legs amputated. His name is Harry Kumar, and he's still playing with artificial limbs.
Really?
Every Christmas Eve, we actually had a concert to raise money to sponsor people going off to college to study music. Yeah. So when he was telling me about you this afternoon, about being a musician and some of the stuff you're doing, and I'm listening to the podcast, I just slipped him a note just me and said, man, I got to talk to this dude.
That is
Find out
so
what you-
cool.
To find out what you've been doing in Africa.
Yeah.
And actually connect.
Well, look, let me just tell you this, because part of, my going, once I get there and get established, one of the things I wanted to do is set up a co-op, a musicians co-op. And I don't know exactly what that structure is going to look like, but I know there's lots of Ghanaian musicians, and I know that there's a desire for the music that they can't quite get out, and there's music that we can't quite get in, so I want to make some kind of way where we could kind of help ourselves with this,
Yeah, man, the last time I was there, it's just it's melodic sounds that you get from there. So this time that I go, I'm carrying I'm trying to scale down things, and I've got like I'll be using a Zoom video camera, which is actually used for shooting audio.
Oh, that like that H4 or something like that?
Yeah, the Zoom 4. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be recording some of the churches that we go to and some of the music in a part of this little short documentary. But man, they have got, just to listen to some of the the music and some of the sounds, you know, with drums and stuff, it just brings, it's something that it brings out of you.
Yeah.
I was there once, when I was there in '99, I carried some of the kids over to the first African-American church, AME church.
Oh, wow.
South Africa. And when they were finished with service, man, these white kids had tears in their eyes. They never felt, that kind of music.
Intense,
How intense it was when they marched in procession. When they started singing, it was expecting to find, you know, a lot of other musical instruments, but there wasn't a lot of other musical instruments.
All that harmony coming from
the harmony, they could not understand this.
Yeah.
You know,
it's so strong, man, because it's, you know, you can't hear that kind of stuff here because nobody knows it.
No,
they're like just stacking parts, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's something that it moves people.
Oh yes, it really does.
With that, you know, I try to explain to people the feeling that you get and the sense of the movement that you get and feeling, you know, and listening to the music. Yeah, they don't have not a clue, you know, because they haven't been there in present. You have to be there present to actually feel it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you can listen to it as an audio recording and all. You can feel a little bit of it.
Yeah, but
get the real essence of it.
You have to be there.
In person.
Right. Yep.
You have to be there definitely in person. So I'm hoping that somewhere down the line here that we can, you know, stay connected. And now,
listen, we have to. So going back to Orangeburg, South Carolina, is that where you're from?
Right, born and raised.
Okay, I'm gonna throw some names out at you.
Claflin College, South Carolina State College.
Yeah.
I'll name off some of the musicians that was in the group. With James Stroman, Dwight McMillan, who was my first cousin, was the leader of the group that I played with, which was the Exotics. Is what we call the Exotics Band and Shore. When I first started playing music, I was playing with John Morris Wright, and we were called the Invincibles. And there is also Mule, who was Richard Reed, who had another group there. And there was, I'm trying to think of Lou and the Groovers. There's also, let's see, I'm trying to think of the organ player that passed a little while ago was Skip Pearson.
Man, Skip was my man. I was waiting for you to say that one name right there.
Right,
Skip was Pearson. My man.
Yeah, and then you have, I'm trying to think of the other guy that's teaching in Columbia, South Carolina. He's retired now, and he's got the Rasta look.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, all those guys, man. Harry Palmer, Leroy McLean.
Man.
Let's see.
See, well, I was one of my last duty stations. I was stationed at Shaw.
Yeah, Shaw.
Yeah. So I used to go down to Columbia and hang out with Skip almost every weekend. I was there, man. As soon as I got there, I looked up, you know, to find some jazz in Columbia, and Skip's name just kept coming up.
Yep. And then you had Russell. What was Russell's last name? Russell passed away like 2 years ago. He was our sax player. Russell Kennedy. He was out of Columbia, South Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Sweet Lou.
Yeah, brother.
And as you know, and as you see that a great company, you already know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just found another friend now, man.
Hey, great company, jazz guy, world-class photographer, and my fishing buddy.
Oh,
well.
Okay.
And you know, living here with me. Hey, I got one other person that wanted to meet you.
Okay.
My son.
Cool.
Hold
Look,
on.
we got to talk some more, man. I got to get your info.
Yeah. How you doing?
Okay. Hey, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Too much, not too much. James III, man. Good interview, sir.
Cool. Thanks. James III, huh? Cool.
Actually, I just want to ask if I can get your information so I can check your music out, sir.
Absolutely. Sweet LU Music. Matter of fact, I could probably put it in the chat for you.
Yeah,
And you
that's
got a
cracking.
presence on YouTube? I didn't mean to
Yes,
interrupt.
yeah. Matter of fact, everything is going to come up asweetluumusic.com, all kind of same that kind of stuff. And then on YouTube, just sweet, as long as you put the LU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Hey, Sweet Lou,
Yes, sir.
before we go, I think Noah told you that he and I were so excited. He's like, we got to finish this conversation. We ran out of time. I would like to do it in 5 weeks if possible, or 6 weeks.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it close. I'm like I said, you know, I'm pretty.
I don't want to bother you, man. I know how busy you are.
Yeah, I ain't got much going on the next few weeks, so yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Let's do it, bro. I mean, because this was, I did not even scratch the surface of the Africa portion of it.
Right. Yeah, and we need to talk about that.
Than anything.
Yeah, we need to talk about that for sure.
So can we do this within 4 to 6 weeks?
Yes, brother.
Okay.
So Lou, to send you, so your email address would be what?
LU@SweetLouMusic. I'm putting that in too. LU@SweetLouMusic.com.
And I'm gonna send you over my information.
Great. That'd be wonderful, man. And I'll just respond to you, man. We'll put it together. We gonna end up knowing a whole lot of the same people, man.
Yeah, yeah. And like to work with you somewhere down the line on some
Yes.
projects, especially when it comes down to photography and video production and whatever.
Man, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's where
This
that's
is
where my heart is.
yeah. That's what's up, man. Look, I'm gonna throw one more name at you. Tim Hinton.
Hinton. You talking about Hinton in South Carolina, Orangeburg?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. He played
know Tim?
with the Exotics too on Christmas Eve.
Okay, so Tim's my cousin.
No shit.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't
Now,
believe this.
now we didn't know each other until about 4 or 5 years ago, and he reached out to my dad because Tim's from Arkansas. My dad's from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been hooked up, and he's been connecting me with so many relatives, and then when I told him I knew Skip, he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, Skip." So when you said Exotics, I was thinking that was the band that Tim had told me every year got together and did a fundraiser and stuff.
Yeah.
That's small world,
It
man.
is. Because I was trying to talk, Tim was talking about fishing. I told him, try to invite him to come out to visit so we can go fishing.
Oh man, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, this is small world, man.
Yeah, it is a small world.
Cool beans. Okay,
Yeah.
look, give me your information, man. We're gonna talk together and hook it up.
Okay.
Okay. All right, cool beans, man.
Okay. Take care. You want to
Okay,
talk?
good meeting, bro.
Hey,
Hold on a
just real quickly, because I know he gotta go.
James got a question for you.
Sweet Lou. Sweet
Yes,
Lou.
brother.
Love you, brother.
Love you too,
Love
man.
you, man. Love you.
Love you too,
Hey,
bro.
yeah, Kathy, I said hello, and wow, this was another great one, and we didn't finish.
That's all right. We're gonna finish. We look. We'll put the nail on the coffin next time.
Hey, Colonel,
Yes, brother.
thank you, sir.
No, thank you, man. It's always good, James. You know, we try to do something that matters. You know, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Well, we do it big, and we don't do it at all. If it doesn't matter, we don't do it.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Colonel.
All right, brother. Take care, man.
Later.
Peace.